And now moving to South America, in a bold move, Paraguay has expelled a senior Chinese diplomat for allegedly interfering in the country's internal affairs. In a stern statement, Paraguay's foreign minister revoked the visa of Chinese envoy Xu Wei and gave him just 24 hours to leave the country. A Sun Siyong accused the diplomat sent by Beijing of giving Paraguay a moral lecture on its ties with Taiwan. The Chinese official also attempted to influence Paraguay's lawmakers by urging them to ditch ties with Taiwan and embrace the One China policy. But after being declared persona non grata, the Chinese envoy pleaded that he was just attending a UNESCO meeting in Paraguay's capital.
My purpose for this visit is to fill in the gap in my map, the one in Latin America called Paraguay, which is in the heart of South America. Currently, there is almost no direct trade or exports from Paraguay to China. It's a great shame. Paraguayans are giving away their profits to intermediaries, but with diplomatic relations with China, you could earn more.
Now, the Chinese diplomat was already warned over his questionable activities after he skipped the UNESCO event despite insisting that he would be present at the meeting. Instead, the Chinese envoy was seen giving interviews to the media where he urged the country to end all relations with Taiwan.
As for the One China principle, it is a political principle and cannot be negotiated. In other words, in this case, it is not an option to choose China and Taiwan, but between China or Taiwan. In my case, I recommend that the government of Paraguay make the right decision as soon as possible.
Now, after the Chinese diplomat's dismissal, Paraguay's senators said they won't be lectured by Beijing into ending ties with Taiwan and prefer dialogue over arm twisting. Meanwhile, Paraguay's foreign minister said Taiwan was a dependable ally and a trusted old friend.
The relation between Paraguay and Taiwan is based on principles and values: democracy, freedom, human rights, and we are working very close with the Taiwan government in several issues in cooperation about education, health, development, and also working on safety, security issues that is quite important between our two countries. That is not because the United States is asking Paraguay to keep the relation with Taiwan. That is a very important decision of the government of Paraguay, and the people of Paraguay like very much Taiwan. That is the reality that we have in front of us.
Now, out of the 33 nations in Latin America and the Caribbean, only 7 countries recognize Taiwan and have formal relations with the island nation. In fact, in recent years, several South American countries have cut ties with Taiwan over pressure from Beijing. In fact, the United States also follows the One China policy and does not recognize Taiwan as an independent state. However, in recent years, Washington's tone has shifted dramatically and has now adopted a policy of providing lethal weapons to Taiwan for self-defense in case of Chinese aggression.